I'ma do what it do. So consumed with being nice that I forgot to live my life. Such a people pleaser, now I see I wasted so much time. Yes, they like me, they expect me to be there at a drop of a dime. Well, I changed my mind. Used to be a people pleaser, I had to change your mind. I used to be a midnight teaser, I just wanna take my time. All that I forgot to just let go. Listening to abusive speech instead of letting feelings show. And I'm so tired of dealing with these guys that all they do is take. From their actions to their reactions, you and I both know it's fake. I used to be a people pleaser, but I had to change your mind. I used to be a midnight teaser, now I just wanna take my time. With giving all I had and more times four. And I am not the one who stands outside when they have locked the door. 'Cause this is mine and every other man who dares to make a stand. There's a time to raise your voice and a time to raise your hand. I used to be a people pleaser, I had to change your mind. I used to be a midnight teaser, now I just wanna take my time. People pleaser. Midnight teaser. Jimbo, cornrow, afro, we grow. New show, Astro, big dough, elbow. Yes, go, I'll go to friend and foe. Although they blow, you know I'll go. Change your mind. I used to be a midnight teaser, I just wanna take my time. Steps off, baby. This ain't just a vibe, it's a sanctuary. You just walked into the Love Palace. Welcome to a daily dose of D. Wrap yourself in satin truth. This love ain't rushed, it's velvet smooth. Silk on your spirit, rose in your mouth. Let me show you what healing's really about. Ooh, she don't play with pleasure, nah. Only pours it where it's earned. Let it burn slow. A daily dose of D. Let the love run deep and free. One touch and you'll believe. She's the calm, she's the heat, she's the peace you need. Here in the Love Palace, where even broken ships sail smooth. Anchor down, baby, daily dose of D. Your prescription to feel seen. No refills, just show up and receive. Let your ships drift into healing seas. We don't chase waves, we ride them.
Too many hearts bend like branches in the wind, saying yes when the soul whispers no. We water gardens that are not our own, chasing smiles, running from silence, fearing that love will vanish if we stand still. But what if true love is not earned through sacrifice, but found in the courage to be whole? Today, let's talk about it. Let's free the people pleaser within. Welcome to Daily Dose of Dee. Grand rising, grand afternoon, or grand evening, depending on what time of day you are watching Daily Dose of Dee. I am your host, GODDESSDEEOFLUV. How's everybody doing today? Yes, we have made it to Friday. Yes, y'all, we made it to Friday. Let's clap it up for Friday. And here at Daily Dose of Dee, we're going to call it Feeling Good Friday. We're relaxing. We're chilling with some lavish life. We have our tea. We have our fruit. And we're going to have a good time over here today. We're going to talk about something serious. Y'all heard that song, right? You heard the song that was playing about people pleasing. And today we're diving into a topic that I know so many of us can relate to, including myself. And that's people pleasing. So with that being said, on this Feel Good Friday, the word of the day is people pleasing, a behavior when an individual habitually prioritizes others' needs, opinions, and feelings over their own, often leading to a loss of self-awareness and personal boundaries. And on this Feel Good Friday, we have the quote of the day. Your need for acceptance can make you invisible in this world. Don't let anything stand in the way of your light that shines through this form. Risk being seen in all of your glory. And that's by Jim Carrey, y'all. Jim Carrey said that quote. So, I don't want anybody, don't click away because we're about to talk about people pleasing, all right? So stay here because this is going to get real deep. We're talking about why we do what we do, how to spot it, the difference between just being kind and actually losing yourself to please others. And most importantly, what happens when you finally stop? So, If you ever felt like you say yes when you really wanted to say no, or you feel guilty for putting yourself first, this conversation is for you. So grab your tea, grab your water, or whatever beverage you decide to have, because we're sipping on and we're going to get right into it. Okay? So, what actually is people pleasing? When we talk about people pleasing, what do we really mean? Well, people pleasing is the act of prioritizing others' needs, wants, or feelings above your own to the point where you begin to lose yourself. It's when your decisions, your actions, even your mood depends on whether or not someone else's approves. It can sound like this, people. I don't want to disappoint them. If I don't do this, they might not like me anymore. People pleasing is just not about kindness, it's a survival strategy. And this is often from childhood, right? That says, if I make everyone else happy, maybe I'll feel safe, accepted, and even loved. But let me ask you this, my family. How many of y'all ever done something you didn't want to do just to keep the peace? I'm raising my hand. Yeah, I thought so. And here's the thing. It's never really um, feels good, right? Because you end up drained, you end up resentful and disconnected from being your true self. You ever feel like you're constantly saying yes when you really want to say no? Do you feel yourself bending over backwards to make others happy, even if it means sacrificing your own well being? So let's start with a simple one. In your own words, what do you think it means to be a people pleaser? If you feel comfortable, go ahead and drop that down in the comments, right? So, here's my take on all of this. People pleasing is when someone has an excessive need to seek approval and validation from others. You want to fit in no matter what, often at the expense of not being your true, authentic self. It's about being kind, but it's also, I'm going to just avoid conflict, criticism, or rejection. Okay? So, we are going to take a quick break right here now that we have the definition of people pleasing. And right after this message, we're going to get into some more discussion about people pleasing. Right after this message.
This is not survival, this is return. You feel that? Yeah. We already home. Welcome to conversations that protect. Welcome to the blueprint. Welcome to the war room. Welcome to the rebirth. Welcome to the moment you finally say yes for real. Welcome to your journey home. We don't speak to perform, we speak to prepare. We don't hand out hope, we hand down prayers. Every word's a bomb, a blade, a blanket. This is soul armor in songs coming close, babe.
this is your return. You whispered yes, and the universe cracked wide open. No more maybe, no more delay. You said yes for real. Now spirit can move through you.
Welcome back. Excuse me, y'all. Welcome back, everybody. Now, you know we on as the COC on the Journey Home series, and we have arrived at Val Madam O's house. Now, if you did not get to catch that Journey Home episode 9 over there at Madam Val, you go ahead after Daily Dose of Dee, and if you ain't doing that and you still feeling good on Friday, go over and check that live out. Her and Queen KELLZ had some very, very vital information for us about homesteading. Oh man, I can't wait to be started on that journey here as a family. But let me tell you something. This week coming up on Wednesday at Madam Madam O, she's going to be talking about that money, them dollar bills, that dinero, however you want to say it, which we all want that. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Madam Madam O, so you can find out about that money, them dollar bills, y'all. All right. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification. It's collaboration over competition. So before we went on the break, I said that we were going to go dig deeper into people pleasing. And right now, I'm going to break down some key characteristics. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to talk about traits. So how do you know if you or someone you know is a people pleaser? Well, here's some very big signs, okay? Number one, the problem that I had at one time: difficulty saying no. You feel guilty, anxious, or even worried when you set that boundary. You don't even want to say it because you're too busy thinking about how the other person's going to feel. Are you going to hurt their feelings? Or all that. That is a characteristic of a people pleaser. If you're over apologizing, even when you didn't do anything wrong, you keep saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. A person could be telling you an example of something that's happened to them or how they feeling. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Over apologizing, even when you didn't do anything wrong, is a characteristic of people pleasing. Another thing that people pleasers like to do is avoid conflict. That's why they're a people pleaser. They rather sacrifice their own true identity, their own peace, instead of rocking the boat. So they avoid conflict altogether, even if they don't agree with what the person's doing. A people pleaser needs constant approval. They need constant need for approval. Compliments and reassurance feels like oxygen to people pleasers. You neglect your own needs. You put yourself last on the back burner, and then you wonder why you're so exhausted and tired because you neglected your own needs, right? And the final characteristic is a fear of rejection. Yes, I once had that fear of rejection. At the core, I believe if you stop pleasing, that people would leave me. Yes, a fear of rejection is a key characteristic of people pleasing. Now, if you have time, reflect for a moment. Do any of these key characteristics of people pleaser sound familiar? And it's okay to acknowledge that right now, because here's the truth. We have all people pleased at some point in our lives. The difference is whether it's an occasional act of kindness or your entire identity. Okay? So let's go through these key traits of people pleasing one more time. You have difficulty saying the no word. You over apologize. You avoid conflict. You have a constant need for approval. And you neglect yourself because you have a fear of rejection. So, what would be the root cause of people pleasing? Now that we identify some characteristics, what would be the root cause? Because most people don't just wake up one day and say, I'm going to sacrifice myself for everyone else. Let's be real. No, this has to start early. People pleasing is often started in childhood experiences. So you may grow up in a household or a home where love was conditional. You had to earn every affection by being a good child, keeping quiet, and helping others, and you didn't feel like you had a voice. Or maybe you had parents who were not there for you emotionally. So you begin to think to yourself, if I take care of them, maybe they'll finally see me. Now, the other root that we talked about is the characteristic as well, and that's the fear of abandonment. Somewhere along the line, our nervous system learned if I don't keep people happy, they might leave. And sometimes, family, that's trauma. When you've been through neglect, abuse, or instability, you learn to survive by reading the room, adjusting yourself, and keeping others satisfied and happy. That's a survival skill. Because this survival skill defines and becomes your identity. But here's the honest to God truth, family. What kept you safe as a child can destroy you as an adult. The root cause of people pleasing is often tied to deep seated fear. And usually the fear is rejection, abandonment, criticism, and failure. So, if you feel like participating, put in the comment an emoji. If you had the fear of rejection, you don't have to, this is just something. You can put a broken heart. If you had a fear of abandonment, you could put the emoji with the sad face. If you had a fear of criticism, you could put the angry face. And then the fear of failure would be the emoji of the sad face. Root causes: conditional love, abandonment, and trauma. So we're going to take a quick pause, family. Don't leave just yet. When we come back, I'm going to answer one of the biggest questions of all time. What's the difference between nice and being a people pleaser? Because, yes, there is definitely, y'all, definitely a difference. So, I'm going to talk about that right after this message.
Shout out to the mama chief. Yeah, you be quiet when Big Mama speak. What she gave us is a part of me. It flows through my arteries. Even on that journey, that love grows how the garden be. The first to teach us when we sick, the first to heal us. Mama's boy, yeah, you know, her pride and joy. soul food. Yeah, you know I'ma enjoy. Calm you down just by the sound of a voice. There isn't another feeling inside when they cheering you on at your game and you feeling the pride. You and your siblings fighting, she gon' make you put the feelings aside. She can't lead you down the road, but she can give you the guide. Where you think I get that blissful look in my eyes? I need a side of ice cream with Lemons apple pie. You know for sure for Mama Chief, you know I'ma ride. Cause we all need our Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all love our Mama Chiefs. The greatness, the patience,
This that Nickelodeon, Mary Jane and Opium, fresh from the FedEx chest, we got a load of them. Yeah, tear this shit down like depression. The moral of the story is you get the lesson. I'm colder than the weather in Nova Scotia. The flow is colder, turn down. You just like the lame dude. Get the shoulder, have these niggas swinging that Chris Rock when I pitch a boulder. My intentions was ill will.
You cry.
When I rap, get a pill feel. I can meditate and stay connected to the earth like a mill drill. They taught you to lie to your kids with Santa. I verse in the AI now and got the answer. Don't kill yourself trying to be me with the tanner. My equal love getting blown like the blammer. Bow. I'm biased to the low comprehension, cause people claim both to get a mention.
You cry.
And we don't wanna hear that.
Welcome back, everyone. Make sure you tune in to the COC on YouTube, Collaboration Over Competition. We have something that is going on seven days a week on this YouTube channel. And guess what else we got going on? Let me show y'all something. The COC is doing big things, y'all. We got our own merchandise. Yes, we do. Big COC Energy merchandise. Get your bucket hat, your shoes, and your t-shirts to be part of Collaboration Over Competition. Y'all feel me? That is available on Shamaki Essentials. Okay? Y'all see that? Big, y'all want to be part of the big COC Energy? Go ahead and go on to Shamaki Essentials and you can purchase your merchandise. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe to all the content creators. Okay? Because it's collaboration over competition. Networking at its finest. All right, everybody. So, you know we here at Daily Dose of Dee, and we're unpacking people pleasing. Now let's get into something that confuses a lot of people. We're going to talk about the difference between nice and being a people pleaser. So let's be clear. Kindness is a beautiful trait, isn't it? When people are kind, we love that. Being considerate, compassion, generous, these are all qualities we all strive for. But here's the catch. People pleasing isn't just about kindness. So there's a real distinction. Let's go ahead and break this down. People pleasing, the motive is based off of fear to avoid negative outcomes. Now, when you're being nice, the motive is out of genuine care to show respect and kindness. When you're a people pleaser, the outcome can lead to resentment and burnout and not being your true self. When you're being nice, the outcome creates healthy, positive connection where you can be genuinely your true self. When you're a people pleaser, your boundaries, you ignore your boundaries or don't even set them. Now, when you're nice, you respect your own boundaries and others. When you are a people pleaser, you feel drained and resentful. But when you're being nice, you're being authentic, fulfilled, and happy. The difference between people pleasing and being nice is motivation. When you're being nice, you're acting from love, generosity, and being your true self. But when you people pleasing, you're acting out of fear, of rejection, fear of conflict, and fear of not being enough. Kindness says, I want to help you because it brings me joy or makes me happy. People pleasing says, I'll help you even though it hurts me because I'm scared of what will happen if I didn't. See the difference in people, family? One comes from strength and the other comes from insecurity. And when you start to recognize the difference, it changes everything. So, can you think of a time where you were a people pleaser, but the other person thought you were being nice? I didn't done that before. So, motivation matters. Love versus fear. So that's the difference between being nice and being a people pleaser. So there are personality traits that are come along with being a people pleaser. So not everyone who's kind, let's say this correctly, is a people pleaser. But there are certain personality traits that tend to lean in that direction. So when people pleasing isn't a formal personality disorder. Let's get this straight. It's often linked to certain traits, and we talked about some of those traits. But the most common ones are you are highly agreeable. It's a good thing to agree with people, right? But when it's extreme, it can lead to the people pleasing. This is a trait. So you're so focused on getting along with everyone that you lose your own identity. Your self-esteem becomes low because you don't feel good about yourself because you're too busy looking for others to validate you and to prove your worth when you got to prove that to yourself. This is a trait of a people pleaser. Empathy. When you're a people pleaser, you pick up everybody else's emotions like antennas. Because I'm talking from experience, y'all. You over here trying to please this person. You over here trying to, oh, I can do this. I can help. Let me see what I can do. You're picking up everyone's emotions like antennas. You try to be a perfectionist because you desire to have this feeling to show that you're flawless so you don't get criticized. You avoid any possible confrontation. Instead of starting the argument, you are shallow in your own truth and you just agree to avoid arguments or conflicts. Always saying yes, even when you know you want to say no. You know you're supposed to say no, but you just say yes. Any of these things sound familiar to you, my family? These traits can make you wonderful to be around, but if unchecked, it can leave you vulnerable, feeling used, drained, and disrespected. So, family, we're going to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. When I come back, I'm going to show you exactly how to tell if someone in your life is a people pleaser or if it's you. Stay tuned right after this message.
Yeah, let's move it out now. Big relentless up in this. It's big mouthpiece. Oh, you ain't know? That ain't love, that's like hatred. Come on, brother. Why you niggas still on fake shit? Come on, brother. How you black, but you a racist? Come on, brother. She can with a twin husband, see this tasteless. Come on, sister. Time to take it back to the king queen shit. Come on, sister. Time to take it back to the king queen shit. Come on, brother. It's time to take it back to the king queen shit. Come on, brother. It's time to take it back. Come on, private emergency. Time to get moving with urgency. Big Moppy's back. To get this shit sold up like surgery. Shout out to DJ King Miller and all those that work in the church. Can't waste no time. We better do it in a hurry. Set a date at 9 or probably even 9:30. Why they so quick to talk down but slow to show love to me? Quick to eat off the table but won't plan me, want something for me. I gave them my open arms, now they acting like they don't know me. I needed some direction, that's when Queen Money Tide told me. Focus on the bag, all that nonsense is below me. So turn me up, don't be shady, press that like up for me. And you can't look down on your brother, I used to swipe from the corner store, cause I was hungry. Instead of respecting my grind, how you go throw shade on me? Big brother hate my guts, trying to chop off my feet, but I am not Toby. Haters be praying on my downfall, but be acting like we homies. That ain't love, that's like hatred. Come on, bruh. Why you niggas still on fake shit? Come on, bruh. How you black, but you a racist? Come on, bruh. She sleeping with a twin husband, see that's tasteless. Come on, sister. Time to take it back to the king queen shit. Come on, sister. Time.
We are back, family, kings and queens. We are back. Make sure you tune in to this Saturday, 10 or 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 9 or 9:30 p.m. Central Time. Or, you know what? Just hit that notification button, that big mouthpiece. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and go do that first, okay? And then hit the notification where you can get all the notifications, okay? Make sure you got that all button on. And come check out Big Mouthpiece on his channel. We have a good time over there. Collaboration over competition all day, every day. Let's go. So let's go ahead and get back into our conversation. We're going to talk about how to recognize a people pleaser, like I said, or if you are, because you know awareness is the first stage and step for change and healing, right? So these are going to be, let's think of this like a checklist, okay? So you can usually tell if someone's a people pleaser by certain patterns, and they avoid expressing their true opinions. They argue with things just to keep in harmony. I'm sorry, they agree, y'all, with things just to keep in harmony. These people, like you said, they're over agreeable. You like, they agree. That person, when you, especially when you're being a people pleaser to a certain person, you can really tell when somebody, like they say, kissing up, right? That's another word for people pleasing to me. Oh, you never do anything wrong. Oh, yes, you're so perfect. You're good. This, that. A people pleaser. You constantly walking on eggshells around people because you can't be your true self. Because you're like, I don't want to make people upset. I don't feel like hearing all that. I just like to be peaceful and calm. And yes, we do all like to be peaceful and calm. But you still got to be you. If you don't agree or you want to say no or you have a different opinion, you can still be peaceful and calm. The people pleasers seem to burn themselves out because they're always doing for others instead of their own self. And this causes people pleasers not to make decisions for themselves because they're waiting for approval of others. Or they don't ever make a decision because they're like, I don't want to, they might not like this because I already know it's going to be bad. So I'm not even going to make a decision because you're waiting on approval, or you want everybody to have the approval. You want their approval. Now, here's the thing, people, family. Sometimes it's easy to spot it in others than it is in ourselves. Mm-hmm. It's easier to look at somebody else and say, "Oh, you a people pleaser. That person's a people pleaser," instead of yourself. That's why I was like, I too have been guilty of being a people pleaser. So I want you to think, have you noticed these behaviors in your own life? If so, this is your shot, your sign to start shifting and healing. All right? So let's take this deep breath, family. All right, we're going to take another deep breath because Layla was like, mm-mm. So let's take another deep breath. Let it out. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the breakthrough moment. What happens when you finally stop people pleasing? The freedom is real. So don't move. We're going to discuss that right after this message.
Body butter, shade, sage, washing off yesterday's weight, spell in the steam, peace in the flame. I call my power, speak my name. Rose quartz on my windowsill, lavender mist when I need to chill. Aura bright, no fake shine, everything I touch is by design. Sacred glow, I feel divine, every drop's a blessing by design. Soap so rich, spray so clean, burning candles while I live my dream. Crystal charge, my spirit's high, anointed oil, now watch me rise. Not just a scent, it's essential. I stay tapped in with Jamaica essentials. Oils crafted by moonlight's kiss, protection in every little drip. From the root to the crown I rise, ancestral hands all in this fight. No mass made, this is hand poured. Every scent opens up a door. From conjure to calm, from shadow to light, Shimaka keeps my soul alive. Not just a scent, it's essential. I stay tapped in with Jamaica essentials. Yeah, I stay tapped in with Jamaica essentials.
Well, welcome back to Daily Dose of Dee, everybody. Make sure you tap in to Shamaka Essentials. All those great, wonderful things that you can use for your spiritual, physical, and mental needs. Okay? So, support, 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 support. Go on and shop at Shamaka Essentials, okay? All right. So, we've been talking about people pleasing through this whole live, right? And now we're at the good part. Let's talk about transformation and what happens when you stop people pleasing. Because when you stop people pleasing, there's some major shifts that happen. You begin to reclaim your power, baby. You start making choices based on what feels right for you and what you want to do, not out of fear of what others think. You reclaim your power. You build healthier relationships because the people who only love you for what you did for them, they fall away. They go away when you stop. When you start saying no and stop doing those things, those people go away. And the ones who really love you for you are going to stay in your life and be consistent. You're going to find peace. There's nothing more like freedom than saying no without guilt and actually meaning it because you find in your peace. You're you feel like you're more in control in your life. You're no longer a victim of others' expectations. You build those genuine relationships. You find true friends and loved ones who are respecting you and your boundaries. You're going to reduce your stress level. You're going to free up your mental mind and your emotional energy because you're being who you are. You're not striving to be a people pleaser. You're trying to please yourself to make sure you're happy. And you're going to increase self respect when you stop people pleasing. You realize your needs are just as important or more important as everyone else's. Now, I'm not saying that this journey is easy, right? It's not an easy thing to do. Let's just keep it real. At first, you're going to feel a little guilty because I have. You're going to lose some people because I have. But trust me, the peace on the other side is worth it because you deserve to be loved for who you are, not for how much you can sacrifice. Let me say that again to you. You deserve to be loved for who you are and not for how much you sacrifice. So, what is the step that you can take if you're the people pleaser? Maybe just try one step. I'm going to tell you the first one I did. I said no. So maybe saying no to something is a way of expressing yourself and giving your honest opinion. So here's my encouragement to you. Practice saying no without explanation. Practice sitting with the discomfort of knowing someone is being disappointed. Because every time you honor yourself, you get closer to your own authentic power. Remember, love is not about self sacrifice, it's about mutual respect, balance, and truth. And if you take nothing else from me today, let it be this: you are worthy even when you are not pleasing anyone. You are worthy even when you are not pleasing anyone. Let me say these words to you. May you take these to heart. My hope is that you take these to heart. Let me say that. I am no longer a mirror of everyone's expectations. I am the flame, not the candle burned to nothing. I am the no that protects my peace. And yes, that rises from my truth. If people pleasing cost me my soul, you could keep it. The silence became my freedom. So hear me when I say your worth is not in any is not in what you give away, but in the love you choose to keep for yourself. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Daily Dose of Dee today about people pleasing. We don't have to people please. We can be kind. We can be respectful. We can use discernment. You do not have to people please to lose your identity. Be your true, authentic self. And those that love you for being yourself is going to be around you. It's like a magnet, right? Speaking of a magnet, if you're a people pleaser, you think the other people around you are a people pleaser? I don't know. What you think? Just a thought. But like I said, this is the episode of Daily Dose of Dee because we feel good today, this Friday, right? We want to feel good. And feeling good means being true to yourself, feeling free, having the freedom to be you, and just feeling good on this Friday. We're not going to people please, okay? So, thank you for coming to Daily Dose of Dee on this Feel Good Friday. I hope everyone has the rest of the day, this evening, continue to feel good all the way until the weekend. Feel good every day. Let's just be real. All right. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Thank you for coming to the Love Palace Daily Dose of Dee. I appreciate every one of y'all that continue to be with me on my journey with these episodes, y'all. 166 and beyond. Let's go. Like I said, have a nice weekend. Go tell somebody you love them. And we're not people pleasers. We're going to tell the people that we still have a little issue with and we have it in our heart. It's not being fake. We're going to go tell them that we love them too, because it might make them feel good in the act of kindness. All right. Everyone have a great weekend, and I will see you real soon at Big Mouthpieces on Saturday. And guess what? Poetry and Pools on Sunday at Kindred Village. We still there. And don't forget your daily inspiration with Alicia Dion. All right. Peace and love. Have a great weekend. Shout out to the replay thing. All love and respect.
Yeah, they lit the sky like the world's on fire. Same old cry, same tired choir. I ran through the night with a cape on tight. Thought they wanted change, nah, just another fight. Cliff up ahead, seen it all before. Same sad story, same revolving door. Run to the rescue, patch up the pain. Next day comes, they do it again. Stop mid-stride, heart went cold. This hero life done got too old. Flip that switch, let the signal die. Laid down the cape, didn't say goodbye. Gave them the tools, gave game, gave rope. They ain't want work, just drama and hope. I saved a storm, it was killing my peace. So I turned my back, let the chaos cease.
You kill the light, save my life, that's the plan. No more fire drills on demand. If you want out, better learn to fight. 'Cause I'm done being hero every night. Yeah.
Save my life, let the sky go black. No more running through the flames, I ain't coming right back. You want change? Better stand and fight, 'cause tonight I'm done, yeah, I'm killing that light. Save my life, let the sky go black. No more running through the flames, I ain't coming right back. You want change? Better stand and fight, 'cause tonight I'm done, yeah, I'm killing that light. No cape on my back, yeah, I walk through the rain. Cut ties with the drama, broke chains from the pain. They gon' call it cold, they gon' call it a sin, but I done saved the same world time and again. Now I'm choosing my peace, yeah, I'm guarding my space. No more sprinting through fires just to fall out of place. If the bridge keeps burning, let the ashes stay. I ain't dying on a hill, they keep building this way. Now the nights stay quiet, no lights in the sky. Ain't no call for a hero, no reason to fly. They can stand on their own, yeah, the tools been there, but they rather call me back just to prove I care. I done gave all the game, every map, every key. If they stay in the storm, that ain't on me. I'ma ride for my peace, keep my soul intact. Once the cape hit the ground, I ain't taking it back, never.
needs reminding. D is divine, D is daily, D is love, a daily dose.